Hello everybody, Gary York, True Prison Stories here, and today I wanted to talk to you about organized crime and a book I would like to recommend. Now, you wonder, why am I doing a book review on organized crime on True Prison Stories? Well, come on folks, it's obvious. Organized crime, mobsters, mafia leaders, at one time or another have all seen the inside of a jail or a prison. And since I was a kid, I've always loved watching organized crime. As a kid, I watched the original Untouchable show. This is going way back, folks. I'm dating myself. And then I grew up and ended up actually investigating some organized crime that tied from the prisons to the streets. That's why I'm interested in organized crime, and that's why I like this book, The Life and Times of Frank Balistrieri, who was a Milwaukee Godfather. Okay? The last most powerful Godfather of Milwaukee. This book is by Clingman and Zack. I have purchased the book, and I have read it, and I like it because it interests me. Why is this book interesting? Well, I'm used to knowing and learning and reading about mobsters from Chicago, from New York, from Kansas City, going to Las Vegas and opening up, casinos. And you don't stop and think that the mob was all over the United States and is all over the United States. And this is the story about the mob boss, Godfather of Milwaukee. Now, he had ties, Frank Balistrieri had ties to the Chicago mob. He had ties to the New York mob. He's got ties with these folks, but he's running his own outfit in Milwaukee. And this book is very, very interesting. It details his life, what he did as a mob boss and the Godfather of Milwaukee, and it has a lot of the actual FBI information in here that they had on him, and things that he did illegally, things that they finally got him for. I don't want to take away from the story, okay? But I can read you just a little blurb on the back. I've read this whole book. I don't want to tell you the story and mess it up, but it's based on hundreds of FBI documents obtained by a Freedom of Information request. And Clingman, the author, and Zack lay a timeline of Frank Balistrieri, who was nicknamed the Mad Bomber, by the way. His rise in the ranks of the Italian military, the Italian-American criminal underground, and how he controlled a lot of Milwaukee. From car bombs to the fabled Las Vegas casinos I just mentioned, he has a little-known story that is now being well known. His story is popping up a lot lately. And what I like about books like this and other books similar with the organized crime and the mafia is we're learning more and more about the other mafia bosses that we never heard about. So if you're into organized crime and you think you know a lot about mafia bosses, expand your knowledge, get out of Chicago, get out of New York, get out of Las Vegas, Kansas City, and go and see the other mob bosses, this one in Milwaukee, and learn about their connections with those that I just mentioned. But if you really are an organized crime mafia buff, this is a must for your library so that you can expand your knowledge on that history and learn about the different mob bosses from different states. And this is a great book. I'm going to put it right up here again. Please check out this book for me. Just wanted to throw this out there today because of my interest in these stories. And hopefully, if you have an interest, you'll check out this book today. Thanks a lot. Gary York, True Prison Stories.